Morning traders, and this is your Dax day trade setup for today. So nothing much happened yesterday. We do have another inside bar, but we do have a bit of a rejection off this previous highs. I think you'll see that on the 3 hour here. So you can see there's our previous high there. Didn't quite get a rejection on the 3 hour, but it's been a daily rejection off that level. So it would not surprise me to see us move a little bit further. We've actually rejected that level. So we can move that down to the next level, which would be our gap. So that's what I would like to see. I'd like to see this gap close. It would make a lot more sense to me. But at this stage, we are bouncing off the moving averages at the moment. Oscillators are indicating that we could have a potential turn here as well. So I'd be very wary of chasing shorts at the moment. Trend is up. You're looking, and you've had a pretty significant range break. That has been over 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks? 2 weeks, sorry. 2.5 weeks now. So you've had this range break at the moment, and the opportunity is there for the bulls at the moment. So if we look at the hour, we have looked like a rounding pattern here. So you can see we had a good strong trend up, taken 3 days to get below the moving averages, but the trick now is we need a break below some fractals to the downside. Okay, so if we look at the fractals, I've got them drawn in here already. So there's our first one, which is 13,470, and here is our next one, 13,436. So a relatively nice 20-point range. So that is pretty much where your stop is going to be. So I think for me, there's a lot going on at the moment. We are waiting for earnings to come out. There's also a lot of noise around the trade war being signed, a trade war deal being signed, should I say. And so we're waiting for those catalysts at the moment. And I think the market's going to be treading water until we have some positive results or we have a signature on a piece of paper. That would start driving the markets again. If we start having negative results, then expect some deep pullbacks. But I'd still believe there are going to be opportunities to buy. Okay, so those are the two levels I'm looking for. Okay, so I'm looking for, right now, price is pretty flat. So US markets are, futures markets, ever so slightly up. So I suspect we're going to get sort of a flat open and probably just range about in this area again until we get some kind of catalyst to drive the market in a direction. And just looking at the hour here, you can see pin bar, inside bar, pin bar. I suspect it is up. Okay, that is kind of what my view is at the moment. If we just shoot across to the Ichimoku, I don't think it's going to give us much more than what we know at the moment. So 12 minute is, everything is bullish at the moment. We've had a twist here through price. We've had a twist here as well through the cloud. So everything is bullish. I'd like to see a bit of a pullback onto a level. And again, the level is pretty much the fractal that's broken. Now, the thing that I'd like to highlight here is this last bar here is buyers stepping in. And there were buyers coming in here as well. So they weren't taking profit of the day's shorts. It looks to me like they were scaling in their longs. Okay, so nothing really to read into that. The half hour looks like we're heading for a twist here, which would be a crossover. Also look at this pin bar, look at these tails here. There are buyers stepping in here for some reason. Okay, so what we're looking for is a confirmation. I think that fractal break there, which coincides with Tekinson on the half hour, that is an indication that buyers are stepping in. We had buyers come in at the close on the Friday, and then we had buyers come in here as well. But I think these buyers here were just short sellers that were taking profit. But this here is definitely, this could be a bit of short selling, but I think we've got some buyers stepping in here, scaling in as well. If we look at the hour, we are above a cloud. The cloud is fairly thick. Everything else is bearish at the moment. But if we do see a crossover of Tekinson above the cloud like this, that is an extremely bullish signal. So that's something to pay attention to. And 4 hour, nothing really to read in the 4 hour. Flat Kijun, flat Dickinson, indicating that we are ranging at the moment, flat cloud. And the daily is exactly the same. We're so far from Kijun and Dickinson, and they are flat. You would expect a pullback looking at the daily. But bear in mind that the Ichimoku is a indicator that operates in the past. So what you see right now is not something you want to take with a pinch of salt. So coming back to the 12 minute, these are the two levels I'm looking at. So 13,470, if we can hold above that, I'm long. If we're going below 13,436, I'm short, and my target will be the gap. Not that gap, it is that gap. So that gap is down at 13,368. Okay, that's pretty much it for me on the DAX at the moment, but I think you're going to have to wait for some catalyst until we see some results or some political noise. That's what we're going to have to wait for. Okay, here we go. I hope it helps. I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.